And that's not true
Yes.
of the pediatricians around the world. Where I trained in Costa Rica, the pediatricians had the personality of surgeons. I mean, those morbidity rounds, they went at each other with knife guns and tanks.
Wow.
Public cutdowns of discussing an issue or a case at the children's hospital. It's just such a different personality.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I think universally, the pediatricians are some of the smartest people in the world. And I think research, for me at least, allows me the opportunity to learn new things, which motivates me a lot more than seeing another strep throat.
I completely agree. And I didn't mention this, but it's also, again, I've been lucky, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the things I've been able to do in my career. I knew when I was a resident, I knew I wanted to go into private practice. Right? I knew I wanted to practice. I had been a chief resident, so I had actually gotten some taste of some academics, especially medical education. And that's where I think I fell in love with medical education. And I was lucky enough to join a practice that really embraced medical education and brought medical students and residents into the practice so that I was able to do that. But doing research, even though I love being a private practice doc, it helps scratch that itch of a little bit of academics. You're doing some studies, and I've actually got to help publish some studies and be a part of some abstracts from some of the studies we've been a part of. So that's been a nice sort of personal thing for me.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with physicians that are part of this study, whatever it may be, and their comment, I'm already busy. You want me to fill out a form? You want me to do this? I can't do it. I'm too busy.
Yeah. Again, we only recruit only within our practice. It's a very controlled setting. And again, it's really just been part of our culture. We've been doing it for over 25 years. And I try to protect my sub-Is as much as possible. Like I try to make them have to do as little work as they have to do. So I try to protect them from that. There are trainings they have to do. And yes, we all grumble when we have to do training modules, but ultimately kind of coming back and having that conversation of the why we're doing this, and it helps our patients and it helps the practice. And I think that sort of helps move people along.
Okay.
So I have a personal, not so personal story to share.
Sure.
It just happened yesterday. So I speak on behalf of Sanofi on early screening to prevent decay.
Yep.
And I was out in Long Island. When was I in Long Island, George? Was it summer of last year? I think so.
Yeah.
Summer of last year. And every time you speak to doctors, people should push back. I'm being paid by industry to talk about this.
Sure.
And whenever you want to do something new to your patients, you should make sure it's safe. And then you should make sure that it's going to do them good and not harm. So I don't get upset when they push back. But people push back. We had a conversation. It was great. And then yesterday, George's partner, who is boarded in pediatrics, obesity, and lipidology, sent out a mass email, and I've been adopted. I'm the mascot at RBK Pediatrics, so I copies of the emails. And he says, guys, I think it's really important for you guys to hear this story. We had a new patient, 9-year-old, that Dr. saw, had some routine labs, and the hemoglobin A1C was 6.5, I think it is. I'm not diabetic, not stage 3 insulin dependent.
Right.
And his BMI is 80%. Sent him to the endocrinologist, who said, stop eating carbohydrates and come back in 3 months. Came back to see me, Dr. Riley, and I did a fasting insulin, which was not elevated. So all the kids who have insulin resistance will have very high insulin or C-peptides in the morning. So I think this is not a type 2 diabetic. This is a type 1, and I ordered the autoantibodies.
Yep.
And 3 out of the 4 are positive. He just saved that kid from decapitation.
Exactly.
And as you say, when you're doing research, you get mentally stimulated and rewarded.
Yep.
I feel terrible for the kid, but I feel so happy that I got the opportunity to have this conversation, and that at least one kid is not going to end up in decay.
And that's why you do it.